Y in his driveway.
That was a chore.
So our first mission with the excavator is we need dirt, and we need a lot of dirt. And then when I get the humps all skimmed down, then I'll rough grade them and that. And run up that hill, baby. All right, it's Saturday morning. It's finally going to get up to 60 today. It's been cold. I'm going to help out one of our neighbors up at the end of our dead-end road. He asked me to help him with some dirt work. He is eliminating a Y in his driveway. Put a big pipe all the way through the middle. Now we got to fill it all in, try and help with water erosion. So I'm going to bring the Bobcat with the big 3-foot bucket. He does have a mini that he borrowed from a buddy, but looks like I'm not sure it's got a 2-foot bucket. Plus it's an open station, so I'm like, well, I got a 3-foot bucket on mine. I'll just run mine down the road, make it easy. And I can move a lot of dirt with this Godzilla bucket. So that's the plan for today. Nothing really new on the land updates or nothing. It's just kind of dragging along, waiting on people to do their jobs in between. We'll see. So just a little backstory on this farm. Sharon and I actually considered looking at this when we were looking for our property. We were looking for either an existing farm like this or one, you know, with just land to build. And this is out towards the end of our dead end, I guess towards the beginning of it, but it's a really pretty horse farm. As you're going to see, we're working on it this weekend. But we did consider this farm when we were looking, whatever, 9-ish years ago now. So our first mission with the excavator is we need dirt, and we need a lot of dirt. You saw that pipe. That's a 12-inch pipe that he buried, and I think it's probably a 40 to 60 foot run. So we need more dirt than you might think. So we're going to go out in a horse pasture, and he's got places that are humps. Some of them he's hit rock before, but he said I can go ahead and skim the top of these humps, and we'll start hauling the dirt up to the front by the pond there. And then when I get the humps all skimmed down, then I'll rough grade them and that, and eventually we're going to replant them here, these pastures, or at least the areas we wreck here in the next few weeks. I want to roll my machine down this hill, big high line. So as I was in one of the back pastures, Derek got started on cleaning out this old rock garden. So you'll see him and his wife here working together as a team. He borrowed this excavator from one of his buddies. So I'm going to start working on some dirt volume, and he's going to work up here. We'll watch him pull all this stuff. And he's going to leave it on his wife, Lisa, to hand offload all these great big plants that he plucked with the excavator, but she seems like one hard working gal, as you're going to see here shortly.
was a chore.
He's got horses, so I got to keep all the gates closed. He called one of them a Houdini, and they'll sneak out if they get the chance. I'm going to this back pasture. Gonna skim off a couple of humps and get them some dirt. Fence looks like it's hot over here in this pasture. Probably should close it. I don't know if the horses are supposed to be in here or not. You probably can't see it, but it goes like this. So I'm going to shave these humps off here, get them some dirt. It's cutting this clay just like butter. I always wondered whose pasture this was. I'll show you back here. You can see it from our dead-end road. Our road is down there. And I think this is the same high line that runs through our farm. I'm not sure. We kind of got a couple that are close to each other. But pretty horse pasture. Dirt ain't the greatest, but I had some comments about the Missouri farm, say, oh, you'll never grow anything there and that. It's like, well, we'll see. I mean, Mother Nature grew stuff on crummy dirt also. Yeah, you ain't gonna like maybe cash crop, but to grow some food plots, I should be able to get something to grow. I'm debating on if I'm gonna plant some soybeans in there and or buckwheat. I got buckwheat left over. I mean, I got 30 acres to play with. I'm trying to recruit Phil to go ahead and order me, you know, 8 or 10 acres worth of soybeans. And we got to get over there for some soil samples. I might run over there one day next week, get some soil samples for that field, but lays out really nice if I can get something to grow, I guarantee you that. Someone else made a comment on Phil's farm. They're like, oh, it's a deer desert. Well, funny, he found the biggest antler shed he's ever found, and we took it into his house, and it's bigger than any deer on his wall. So for being a deer desert, to find the biggest shed ever when it's not even a hunting property to begin with, I'd say that's pretty cool. Alright, I'll keep skimming the top here. Couldn't quite reach as far as I would have liked. I could skim off a little more right there where my bucket is. And he hasn't come yet with the trailer and the tractor, so I'll just pull this back a little and skim the other 5-6 feet of that hump there. Otherwise, I got the whole hump skimmed down. I might be able to just pull it like this. Yeah, maybe. Alright, I'll keep rolling. There he is, right there. Good deal. Perfect timing almost. Probably got almost enough dirt already for him, but he wants some extra dirt to fill in other low spots around the farm. On a fresh hump here, and I'm going to just load up this baby. This will save a lot of time. Wanted to do the old let's dig, you know, honk the horn and say, all right, done. He's going. See how she goes. Let's get a little video out here. Up that hill, baby. back down. He must have need a running start maybe, or he got on a tippy spot. Let's see if she's got the power to get that thing uphill in the soft ground. There we go. That's not there. Nice. Nifty trailer right there. Hope it don't push that pipe over. I might hop in this Yanmar behind me and yeah, one more like that and it's gonna finish coming out. Alright, so we filled this pipe in here with what dirt we had, and I'll put that on top of the pipe next and we'll go for the next load. There we go. Oh, now we're real on the uphill. I'm just going to skim just a little more of this first spot. I don't want to get my tracks in the fresh stuff there if I don't have to. Oh, of course I'm wobbly. It's going to be a nice day. It's been kind of gloomy lately. It's been cold. We've had hail a couple times. We've had rain, and we had some really bad storms, so it's nice to see the sun coming out, hitting 60 degrees today in April already. All right, I'll give you a midstream look. I'm gonna go check on Derek. See how that's going up there. There's a handful of things that could go sideways with that heavy of a trailer load. But here's the first hump. Skimmed with a rough grade, and then we're working on that second one over there. Sure, we got plenty of dirt. So after Derek brought a few more loads, I hopped on the Yanmar since it was up in the front of the property and started filling in the pipe and getting it seated nicely, and eventually I'm going to start compacting it here when we get enough dirt. But like I said, that's a lot of dirt when you got to bring something up, 18, 20 inches. That's, 50 yards across. It's going to be a lot of dirt. All right, progress. The battery died on us, so we got to get an adapter. He's jumping it right now with a second battery, but we're going to try and get as much dirt in here as we can. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, of course. filled it a little less this time. Make it up that hill. It's a little greasy. Alright, he's gonna just drop 3 or 4 loads so we can try to get the process moving, and then I'll go up there and run that Yanmar and sift it around, trying to get rid of this swale right here, and I'll grade all this flat while I'm waiting. Them a really long skinny pile so it's easier with the tractor, but I think he wanted just like more of a single pile, so I'm gonna just make it taller, bigger pile for him. Less area he's got to mess with trying to fix it up. Clean this. I got both these hills knocked down. Just gonna clean this up into one pile for them, and then I'm gonna head up there to the barn and probably clean that up for them over the pipe, see how that looks. So this is where we're going to call it for today. This was day 1. This is going to be a mini series just because it's a lot of work. We've spent one whole weekend on it so far, and we'll be spending more weekend time on it. We're going to be replanting this pasture in a nice mix once we get this front finished, and then we're going to be planting a whole new lawn up here in this front area once we get that finished. I got to haul over more equipment, all of my planting equipment, my small tractor, the NS, the TR3 to grade out the lawn here in between, the old Y, if you will. So stay tuned. I hope you guys join us and had some fresh air. Have a great weekend. Thanks a lot.